Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss primary health care. It is very important topic. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, you just click on I button. You will get link of Hindi lecture, or you can directly visit my channel. What is primary health care? It is a new approach to health care which came into existence in 1978 following an international conference at Alma Ata, USSR. This is known as primary health care. Primary health care addresses the majority of a person's health needs throughout their life, be it child health, adulthood, pregnancy, delivery, care of old age, etc. Before Alma Ata, primary health care was regarded as synonyms with basic health services, first contact care, easily acceptable care, etc. or accessible care. What is definition of primary health care? It is defined as essential health care based on practical, scientifically sound and socially acceptable methods and technology, made universally accessible to individuals and families in the community through their full participation and at a cost that the community and country can afford it and maintain at every stage of their development in the spirit of self-reliance and self-determination. Elements or components of primary health care. There are 8 elements or components of primary health care, and these are very important. You must remember them always because these are the points which are the basic works or functions of primary health care, and these are also become the function of primary health center, sub-center and even community health center. Some additions and subtractions are done. So what are these elements or components? Number 1, health education concerning prevailing health problems and the methods of preventing and controlling them. This we give health talks to the public. Promotion of food supply and proper nutrition, an adequate supply of safe water and basic sanitation, maternal and child health care including family planning, immunization against major infectious diseases, prevention and control of local endemic diseases, appropriate treatment of common illnesses or injuries, and provision of essential drugs. What are the principles of primary health care? There are 4 principles of primary health care. These are equitable distribution, community participation, inter-sectoral coordination, and appropriate technology. Now we will discuss these principles one by one. First is equal distribution. The first principle in the primary health care strategy is equity or equitable distribution of health services. Health services must be shared equally by all people irrespective of their ability to pay, means rich or poor, and all, be it urban, rural, all caste or creed, etc., must have access to health services. The health services at present are mainly concentrated in the major towns and cities, resulting in inequality of care to the people in rural areas. While worst affected are the needy are and vulnerable group are the people who are living in rural areas and urban slums. The failure to reach the majority of people is usually due to inaccessibility. Primary health care should redress this imbalance by shifting the center of gravity of healthcare system from cities to rural areas where 3/4 of the people live and bring these services as near people's home as possible. In India, primary health centers, community health centers mainly doing this job perfectly through their sub-centers. Second principle is community participation. The involvement of individuals, family and communities in promotion of their own health and welfare is the base of primary health care. Governments are now conscious of the fact that universal coverage by primary health care cannot be achieved without the involvement of local community. One approach that has been tried successfully in India is the use of village health guides, trained DAIs, and ASHA under National Health Mission. They are selected by the local community and trained locally in the delivery of primary health care to the community they belong. They provide primary health care in ways that are acceptable to the community. Inter-sectoral coordination. Next principle. Primary health care cannot be provided by health sector alone. The Declaration of Alma Ata states that primary health care involve in addition to the health sector all related sectors and aspects of national and community development. In particular agriculture, animal husbandry, food industry, education, housing, public works, communication and other sectors. To achieve this cooperation between sectors, the countries may have to review their administrative system, reallocate their resources, and introduce suitable legislation to ensure that coordination can take place. This requires strong political will to translate values into action. Appropriate technology. Appropriate technology has been defined as the technology that is scientifically sound and adaptable to the local needs and acceptable to those who apply it and those for whom it is used, and that can be maintained by the people themselves in keeping with the principle of self-reliance with the resource the community and the country can afford. This also implies to using costly equipments or procedure and techniques. When cheaper, scientifically valid and acceptable one are available, we should not use that costly equipments, such as ORS in treating diarrhea instead of costly medicines or IV fluids. Thank you students. You can subscribe my channel, My Student Support System, to watch such valuable videos. You can like my Facebook page. And for making your notes, just visit my blogger, mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join Facebook group. Thank you. Have a nice day.